gentlemen, you've seen him on the television, heard him on the radio. Now, please welcome to the stage, international spiritualist medium, Mr. Colin Fry.
Oh, good evening, everybody. Let's have the lights up so I can see the audience. That's better. I'm looking to connect to someone. I have your dad here with me, and you always wanted a Jim or Fix It badge. And I have to say that this gentleman, I don't feel, has been passed over very long. You know, there's something very sad about this fella. He had been a very happy, very cheerful man, and then he developed some condition that changed his personality completely, and he became very depressed, very angry, and very tearful. And this must have been awful to watch, because this is not this man's personality at all. The name Amanda or Mandy seems to be quite important in his memories here. Where are we? All right.
Hiya.
Amanda or Mandy seems to be quite important to him.
I'm Mandy.
You're Mandy. Your dad?
He passed over in a year today. Sorry.
Only quite recent passing, my love. There's been a passing during the course of this year, I believe. Yes?
Yes.
And would you be able to understand, my love, there's this funny little anecdote or feeling he's giving me about one of his kids wanting a Jim or Fix It badge.
I auditioned.
Did you write to Jim or Fix It, or ask to be on Jim or Fix It?
I actually auditioned for Opportunity Knocks.
Okay. And would you be able to understand, my love, is that your poor dad's personality altered and changed because he had some condition that turned him in a relatively short period of time from a very happy, cheerful man to a very sad, quite depressed, angry man, and quite tearful as well. And that was so humiliating for him because he was not a tearful man by nature.
Yes.
All right. He also wants to acknowledge to you as well, he wants to thank you for when he said to you privately, Mandy, I can't help the way I am. All right. I don't want to be like this, and I wish I could be any other way than this, but I just can't help the way I am.
That's
all right.
True.
And he would flare up, and I'm sorry to say this, love, I don't want to embarrass your dad or you, but it's like, he just in one moment of one of his terrible fits of not being himself, he even sent a cup of tea flying.
Yes.
All right, and he would just say, and that's where I feel he said, Mandy, I'm so sorry, but I can't help the way that I am. And you just burst into tears and ran out the room. And
yes.
He said, but I really did mean it. I couldn't help the way that I'd become. He had hoped that his sister or sister-in-law would have been a little bit more helpful and a little bit more caring to the family since he's passed over.
Yeah, that's true.
Do you know, I thought he was talking about a person at first, but it's not. It's a bleeding budgerigar. He's got, you know, most budgies are either blue or green or everything. And I thought it was a canary at first, but it's not. It's a budgerigar that's mostly yellow.
We had canaries, but my nan had a budgerigar that used to get out of the cage.
Which was like mostly yellow in colour.
Yes.
And would you be able to understand that this budgerigar didn't like your dad very much and used to get up and peck him on the head? Well, it must be penance because he's the one that's got to look after this bleeding budgerigar over there that didn't like him very much. He's really, really sorry that this is such a sad thing to say. I think it's such a sweet thing for him to say. He's really, really sorry that the funeral cost £270 more than he thought it was going to. You know? And bless him, I don't think he was anticipating that he was going to die, but he had made provision for it all. But we were £270 short. Does that make sense to you? And would there be happy memories about Barry in Wales?
God, yes, that's my uncle.
Because he's just asking me just to acknowledge to you that the Barry and Wales connection back together.
Yeah, they actually got together before he passed.
Back together. All right, and that made him happy. All right. So he's just saying to me, and I believe now that you people are making sure that that connection to where we got to go, Barry and Wells, you're trying to keep that connection going. Yeah. All right. So that made him very happy. He's got a memory going back right to when you were very young. And you'll have to forgive me here. This is either being taken out and being very excited about being in the sidecar of a motorbike that had like a lid over it, or a bubble car.
That's correct, a sidecar.
Yeah, but it looks like a bubble car, doesn't it? Because it's got like the perspex lid that goes over it. All right. And he just knows that one of your happiest childhood memories is being taken out in this bubble car looking sidecar on a motorbike. And the strange thing is, you only spoke to someone about this really very recently, about how simple things when you're a child really, really please you, and being allowed and being taken out on and I feel that you're sitting in a lady's lap in this like bubble car type sidecar on a motorbike.
It was me and my sister, and my mum was driving.
Okay.
We broke down.
All right. So your sister must have been a little bit bigger than you, because I can see you sitting in a lap.
Is.
But it was like one of your most exciting memories of when you were a child, and you've only spoken about it very recently. So he just wanted to sort of say, he's really glad that you've got that very happy childhood memory. And darling, I have to actually say something, and I'm sorry, I wasn't sure whether I should mention this, but I feel that your dad won't go until I have mentioned it. I don't know whether it's you or your girls, but he said that you're meant to do it. He cannot tell you how pleased he is that the antidepressants went down the toilet.
That wouldn't be me, but that would be my sister.
Is that your sister?
Yes.
Were you instrumental in persuading her to do that?
We actually
I think you
spoke to
were.
her.
I think you were. So you understand why he would want to thank you for making sure that they went down the toilet. Yes? I'll leave your daddy's love with you, darling.
Thank you.
God bless. Okay.
When Colin mentioned Dad's up and downness, it related very much so to us as a family, because he did have a mental illness that made him go up one day and down the next. So that was very poignant to us as a family.
Your poor dad's personality altered and changed because he had some condition that turned him in a relatively short period of time from a very happy, cheerful man to a very sad, quite depressed, angry man, and quite tearful as well.
He wasn't very proud of what he'd done to us as a family and to other people that he came into contact with. So for Colin to actually come out and say that to us, he basically hit the nail right on the head.
I really did mean it. I couldn't help the way that I'd become.
When he mentioned Barry in Wales, that's actually my mum's brother, so that would be Dad's brother-in-law, and he actually lives in Wales. So that wasn't a surprise to us. It was specific information that came through.
The Barry and Wales connection back together.
We always knew he was sorry in his own way for the things that he'd done in life, but I think tonight has just made us realise that he actually meant, what he was saying. He came through to tell us, I am sorry. And that made it all more special for us.